Hello friends, today we are going to be making challah bread. Challah bread is a Jewish bread that the Jews make for Shabbat, and this is amazingly tasty. It has a hardened outer shell and really soft inside, and the taste is a little bit sweet because there is some sugar inside, and it's super tasty, super good bread. I suggest it. Let's begin by activating the yeast. You put some sugar, flour and water into the yeast, mix well and wait for 10-15 minutes. We are waiting to see some bubbles on the surface. The mass should expand a little bit. That means that the yeast is alive. Now let's add all the ingredients to the mixer except salt and the yeast that we are still waiting for it to activate. When the yeast stood a little bit and it's activated, you can add it to the mixer as well. So we add basically everything to the mixer except the salt. Okay, so the yeast is activated. We will see bubbles on the surface and the mass expanded. Look at this, how beautiful it is, how much bubbles. So we add it to the mixer and we will mix for 4 minutes. One suggestion, with the water, don't add everything at once, like don't add all the water. Leave a little bit on the side just to see, because sometimes you get a little bit more soft dough, and you need to add a little bit more flour, and sometimes you need to add a little bit more water. So leave like maybe 20 milliliters or 30 milliliters on the side, and see by the mass. If it's a little bit dry, then you can add it. If it's perfect without this additional water, then you can leave it on the side. So you can play with the water. And now you can add salt and mix it for another 2 to 3 minutes. the dough is ready, so give it a couple of mix and put it into a bowl to rest for about 1 hour. And you need to see what's the environment. The perfect environment for a dough to rise is moist and warm. If the temperature is colder in your house, you would need to let it rest for a little bit more, but the mass needs to basically expand twice. It will need to be twice the mass as the original, more or less. Now look at the mass, it's expanded beautifully, and we are repeating the process that we did before. We give it a couple of folds and let it rest again. Or you can skip this process and immediately split it into 8 parts and then let it rest as the 8 balls. But I suggest to repeat this process once again. So after it rested 2 times, or after it rested once, which is fine, you can weight it and split it into 8 equal parts, create balls from it, and let them rest under a towel for the less, no, not the less rise, one rise before the less, because the dough is going to be rested when we form the challah as well. Okay, so now you're making the balls, let them rest for about 1 hour. So now when they rested, we can begin forming the challah. You need to form 8 equal sized braids. You will see it in the video. I won't comment on it too much because probably it's much better to see how it's done than to hear it. I will just confuse you. So form the 8 braids. They shouldn't be too thin, they shouldn't be too thick. Make them the same length, more or less, as in the video. This is the two beautiful challahs that we get. Let them rest for a little bit, 40 minutes, 1 hour under a towel, and then we will put some egg yolk on them. Egg yolk with a little bit of milk or a little bit of water, and then we will put some sesame seed for decoration, or you can put any other seeds that you want. I put some sesame seed, and I put some on the second challah. I put some mixture of seeds, and your challah is basically ready to go to the oven. Challah is being baked at very high temperature, 205 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, for 28-30 minutes. Keep an eye on it, that it doesn't burn, but the temperature is high. Now look at those beautiful, beautiful challahs. It's the shape and the tan of the challah is amazing, and the taste is amazing. Enjoy.